What's good with y'all boys? We back at it again with another crazy video on how to kill a Nephilim. I don't know what this means, but I do know in the Bible they talk about Nephilim or something like that. But we're gonna see what he talking about. He said, hey, this is how to kill them. I don't know if you want to really just kill a Nephilim. You know what I'm saying? Some might come in peace. I don't know. Man. We're gonna see what he's saying, man. Let's get to it.
Today, I'm going to be trying to make a shepherd sling. Probably the most famous example is going to be in the story of David and Goliath. The Philistines would present this giant warrior. He was challenging literally anyone to come and fight him, and of course, nobody was brave enough to actually do it. Until one day, when David passes by, he decides that he will go down there to face him off. David grabs a sling with fire.
Do y'all believe that story though? That he actually killed a giant with a slingshot?
5 smooth stones. He simply loads the stone onto the sling and then whips it as hard as he can, hitting Goliath straight in the head. Goliath dies before David cuts off his head. I wonder how hard this was, and I want to see if I could have done it. I need to know exactly how the ancient Israelites actually built their sling.
Yeah,
Another
see how
question
they did
is,
this, man.
how big were the stones? And then lastly, how far was David from Goliath? Well, it turns out that slings from the ancient Israelites were likely made from leather or animal hides, but the cords were usually made from hair or some kind of rope.
There's probably many ways of doing this, but this is just my design. I need to make sure the rock doesn't go anywhere. So what I did was I put these 2 holes on both ends of the pouch. So when I tie it together, it'll force it in this cup shape. The cords need to be tough. I definitely don't want it to snap while I'm using it. I also need a loop for my finger and then just a knot on the other end for weight. The size of the pouch was limited to the amount of leather that I had. So hopefully it won't be too small for the rocks.
Now, the stones can vary in size, but typically they would have been between 40 and 80 grams, although some stones would have been up to 1 kilogram. It seems like every culture has their own kind of way of doing it. The most popular ones would be the helicopter method, this would be the Greek method, and then of course a couple other methods that I'll try out. Now, interestingly, the distance between Goliath and David would have definitely been a lot bigger than what we usually see. I personally don't think I'll be able to hit a target if it's too far away, so I'll try and keep it close and we'll see how it goes. Now I need to get 5.
I don't know if he this type of slingshot. It might have been a different type of slingshot. Cause that's like you insinuating that these people was using these little you know what I'm saying, broken down tools. Like that's like 1,000 years from now, people look back at us and probably think if we didn't have like social media, they probably think we had the same stuff they had, like sticks and stones and copper and, you know what I'm saying, wooden tools and shit. Nah, bro, these people probably have something else to do this with. You know what I'm saying? You don't know.
5 smooth stones. David only grabbed 5, but I think I'm gonna have to get a whole bunch more because I've never thrown a single sling in my life. So I'm here at the local river.
Bro.
I have this little pouch. I'm just gonna fill it with as many rocks as I can find, and then we'll find a good place.
Tell me how these people was building all these stone structures. You feel me? But they had these little weird looking stone tools that didn't work probably good. They probably worked worse than. Come on now, let's be real, bro.
Place to practice away from people.
Stone tools, but they were building rocks and shit. Moving rocks.
Oh. Bears.
I think a good gauge would be like smaller than my fist. I need to get smooth stones. I mean, look at this.
Snake.
I've got all my rocks now. It's a heavy bag. Probably like 50 or 60 in there. Now I just need to find a place to practice away from people because, like I said, this is dangerous. All right, cool. So I have my sling and I have my rocks. I've set up this little target here, and all I have to do is try to knock it off. You're supposed to put your finger in this loop here, which holds the whole sling together, and as you throw it, you release that second string so the rock shoots forward. I'm gonna try the easiest one first, and that's the Greek method, I'm pretty sure. Oh my, hopefully I don't break my camera. Now, normally I wouldn't care, but this is actually dangerous business, so I actually suggest you using a helmet if you try this out. Safety is #1 priority.
What, you think you gonna hit itself? I mean, that just don't look powerful enough to like knock down a giant. Maybe a regular human or like a child. You know what I'm saying? Like a child or something. But
I'm getting so close. Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of it. So I'm gonna take this off.
it definitely do some damage though.
It hit the log. I just need to get it once, and then we're gonna move on to some glass bottles. I'm gonna count that. I'm counting that. Now I actually want to see some action. I'm gonna be using these glass bottles, so if I do hit it, hopefully it'll break and look more interesting. Okay. By every meter you step back from the target, it gets like 1,000 times harder. There you go. Finally. Oh, yes. That's so tough to do. This is what probably.
I mean, it probably could have killed him though.
Of throwing a sling.
It probably could have killed him. You know what I'm saying? Probably caused some internal brain damage. I don't know. I just don't feel like that rock could do that though. But it could though. It could. It do sound like it's hitting with a little thump. You feel me?
Looks like. Oh. Oh, yes! Finally! Ah. Ah. I don't know how David did it. I'm honestly blown away. But let's clean up now and let's go home.
They probably had a different type of slingshot, bro. Something that could throw it with some more force. I don't know, man. If they had a regular slingshot like that and he got hit with that and died by that slingshot, he was ass. Straight up, he was ass. He was a weakling. You know what I'm saying? He didn't flinch or nothing, like try to dodge it. Like he just sat there and just let him hit him with a slingshot. I don't know. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Stay tuned for the next one, man. I'm out of here.